I'd like to thank her for the way she makes me feel. If I could do the things she likes to do for me, I wanna tell her she's the best that she can be. If I really love her the way she loves me, if I really love her the way she loves me. I'm hard to love. Being funny is not enough. Living neatly, quite discreetly, living easy until she leaves me. I'd like to thank her for the way she makes me feel.
I kind of subscribe more to the Bob Dylan philosophy, where he would just have a new sound each time. Like every tour is different, you know. And I know he's used a lot of consistent guys over the years, but still, he's always got this cool approach, and I feel like it keeps it interesting for him. He gets obsessed with things. I get obsessed with things in the same way. Like I play different guitars all the time. I'm always tooling around with what we're doing on stage, and it's just awesome. And then you don't get tired of it, and you still want to do this because it's hard. Like if you go on the road, it can be very soul-sucking. And I'm really glad we've had some guys kind of take breaks. We toured a lot the last couple of years trying to build the name, and now that it's out there, we're kind of taking a little pause and like, okay, we gotta be smarter about when we do this. I don't want us to burn out.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, enjoy the rock and roll tunes from Acid Tongue and all their friends from local indie label Freak Out Records. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
Friends for a long time. Smokey Brights were one of the first signees to Freak Out Records, which is the record label that Guy runs with our friend Skylar. Now our lives are super intertwined. He's one of my favorite songwriters. I like his music, I like his band, and he's also able to run a band in a really remarkable way where he has different players for different parts of the world because he's on tour a lot, and he's able to sort of pluck musicians from different parts, and it makes it work. And I've had the honor of playing a couple of times in Acid Tongues, and I love it every time.
He has a good eye for music and a good eye for seeing talent, probably, which also comes from working with Freak Out, but he's able to be like, this person, and this person can probably work together. But like if he had to go and play a show in England, he's probably got friends over there, and he works around what you can bring to the table. I think that that's genius because it just allows you to further your music without having to worry about the setbacks of inconveniencing other people in your band. As long as you're okay with the fact that I'm gonna go do them, when I come back, it's still Acid Tongue, baby. Like, let's rock and roll.
What Guy is able to do really well, and it's in the lately as well, is he brings in these sort of doo-wop, and you just want to twist. You hear the lyrics, and they're sort of dark and sometimes mean and really witty and biting, but you're just grooving to them.
You know I hang my head in shame. Let me get a little bit busted up. You know I wanna feel the same. It's so late.
I like the style of music and I like the songwriting. It just seems like a willingness to make music with whoever you're with, generate content and keep making stuff instead of hyper-focus over one thing and then work it for like years and years and then release it. Like he just makes music with a bunch of different people, so I think that's great.
I do. Someday, people tell me that I'll never change, but you know I'll never be the same when I'm not next to you.
By far the biggest pleasure of playing in this band is being able to play Guy Keltner's songs. They just keep coming. It's like, I was just with you. You didn't have time to write that song. I don't get it. I don't see him for a couple weeks. I show up and he's like, man, we got to record these 12 songs that I wrote this weekend. So he's just prolific.
It's like really accessible. Every song is just like, that could be on the radio, that could be on the radio, that could be on the radio. And that's how you gotta do it.
You know I wanna feel the same. It's so late.
You know, something's got to hook me. Just like how, why do you like music? And I'm sure your playlist, there's a different reason for everything. I just really like the fact that I've kind of developed my own sensibility of like what I like out of music, and like I want to make a record I want to listen to. So these songs are like the pinnacle of what I've been doing. Like I'm like, if we're gonna be in a band, every song needs to be great. Like I don't want any filler.
After the break, find out more about Acid Tongue and Friends.
I'd like to thank her for the way she makes me feel. If I could do the things she likes to do for me, I wanna tell her she's the best that she can be. If I really love her the way she loves me, if I really love her the way she loves me. Down in nowhere, I'm hard to love. Being funny is not enough. Living neatly, quite discreetly, living easy until she leaves me. I'd like to thank her for the way she makes me feel. If I could do the things she likes to do for me, I wanna tell her she's the best that she can be. If I really love her the way she loves me.
I think of the character in a lot of Acid Tongue songs as like, it's sort of like a Father John Misty character where it's like, he's a shitty guy and he knows it, but he's like, so what? I never said I was a good guy. That's the character that's created in a lot of his lyrics, and that song is pinnacle of that.
Of course, all of these people that have played with me are in a ton of projects, so they're not just in one thing. Like Kim's probably the only one that kind of sticks to just playing with me or just doing Smoky Brights, but James, Dune, Cazale, they're all experimenting around right now. And that's how we work with them. They all play the festival every year, they're all, these are our go-to people.
Kim is a friend of mine. I'm a huge fan of her and her husband's band, Smoky Brights. I love that band. I love those guys. Whenever I get a chance, I try to catch Smoky Brights, so it was just so fun for me to be able to play live with her.
You know, both Acid Tongue and Smoky Brights, I'm a huge fan of both those bands. And when I got the call to be in Acid Tongue with Kim, I was kind of like, this is really great. Kim brings a great energy. She brings a great kind of calming effect in rehearsals. You know, we didn't have a lot of time to put the show together, and like in rehearsal, she was like, hey, I got some lead sheets, I got whatever we need.
I feel like she facilitated everything. Like, we practice at their house. We use their gear. I think there was even like some snacks there. And she just had chord charts and everything. It's like, thank you so much, you angel.
Normally, Ian is your drummer.
Yeah, drummer, sings, and in the studio we play just a ton of instruments between the two of us. I kind of asked James to organize everybody and kind of put this all together. And James is kind of like my right hand locally here. Like, he's great working with. Like, I always look to him to find other musicians. Like, him and Ian are probably dictate 2/3 of the people I play with on a regular basis.
I hope you tell me when it's coming. That might take the sting away. Spill my guts onto the sidewalk, but I'll be dead before I'll stay. No more questions, no more answers, no more you, and that's alright. I feel uplifted, twisted.
Twisted is one of my favorite Guy Keltner songs.
Oh, I liked Twisted. In rehearsal, playing a tune like that was kind of when I was like, oh, oh shoot, I'm playing in Acid Tongue right now. Like, this tune's Twisted, and I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, Twisted, it's about getting dumped.
And?
Yet I'm the one to blame. I saw the writing on the wall. People think that they can change, but they can't. You're born alone and you die the same. Ain't that a shame? No more questions, no more answers, no more trying to say goodbye. I feel uplifted, so twisted.
James is the drummer, and he's the reason I was in the group. He's great.
This was Dune Butler's first time performing with Acid Tongue. I actually was the one who called on him to see if he'd be interested in doing the gig. And the reason why I did that is because he's just about the best bass player in town.
For me, it's his willingness to explore and like have a ton of energy and just, you know, he doesn't really get held up by trying to do the same thing every time. Every time you play with him, it's something new. And especially as a bass player who's always linking up with the drummer, it makes it much more fun. And so him and I are very focused together, and I like that a lot.
One thing I know about drumming is that you're only as good at the drums as the bass player you're playing with. I get a lot of compliments on my playing whenever I play with him. I know the secret. I know that it's not even up to me. It's just the fact that, you know, he knows what he's doing.
When we return, uncover more about Acid Tongue and friends.
If loving you was easier, I'd be a fool to run. If loving you was easier, I'd be a fool to around another day, but I don't trust a single word you say. Well, I try. Oh, I try to make things right.
If Loving You Is Easier is exactly what it sounds like, you know? Somebody you really care about, but you know you can't be with.
I love the melody of that song. It's kind of got this like Bee Gees, sort of R&B.
Dragian, kind of a sexy tune, like it reminds me of Mac DeMarco kind of stuff.
If Loving You Was Easier, that is that is one of my favorite Guy Keltner songs. Just the whole concept of behind that.
You meet Guy in real life, and he's a very compassionate, you know, sensitive person, and then but the songs are sort of this other character. It's funny. I know Cazelle, he's been a new addition to my life. I really like Beverly Crusher a lot. I mean, I love the name, and it's just a great name, and I really dig their music.
I love his band. They played a ton of stuff with us, you know, even it was like, dude, you want to do this project? Like, I could use another guitar player. It'll sound more full. And he's just a killer guitar player. You know, I saw Beverly Crusher, and I was like, oh man, this guy can shred.
Like for me, the amount that I put into Beverly Crusher, it's relaxing to just help somebody else out with whatever music project they're working on. And then I get to learn. Because like, that's how you get good at playing music, is playing with other people. So like I learned a lot from Guy's music. I love more experiences like that. And also Sam and Max from Beverly Crusher, they play in other bands. And I was like the only dude that was just playing in Beverly Crusher. And I would get jealous. But now I'm no longer jealous because of the wonderful experience that Guy has provided me, as well as a band in Seattle.
You need to be someone that makes you live in fear. I never thought I'd see someone I hated in the mirror. All your friends would say I'm getting older and uncool.
Humpty Dumpty is so good. The metaphor of Humpty Dumpty and the egg, and he does such a good job of continuing that metaphor through the lyrics of the song, and it all sort of relates back to this concept. And, you know, it's once again the same character of like, sorry.
God, I just played breakup songs for you. What the hell? I didn't even realize that the whole set list is just the entire set list. I didn't give you anything but like that. And I'm in a great mood. I mean, I just got married. Like, I'm stoked. I don't know what was going through my head that night, but.
Hold me in your hand. Hold me in your hand.
I mean, it's kind of a family for us, you know. We've always wanted it to be a label that's not defined by a genre, you know. We maybe put out a dozen different artist releases, and they've been all over the map. And I'm excited to kind of grow that and be smarter about how we do our projects. We were learning as we went along, and now we've dialed a lot of things back so we can be educated at this, be good at this, be successful.
We call it the Freak Out family, and it's not hyperbole. It really is family. You know, they're the family that you choose, and this is a tough industry and a weird time. So to have someone in your corner to celebrate the successes and commiserate with on the failures and the rejections, it really makes a big difference. Just not feeling like you're sort of one ship out at sea.
Can you crack me open? Talk me in the pan. Watch my insides sizzle. Hold me in your hand. Hold me in your hand.
For more information about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com, where you can watch Acid Tongue and Friends full concert.